Aha, it's your boy 10 Toes Down, and we here on the Aha podcast. You already know I'm gonna get right to it. They got a bunch of shit going on out there today. They talking about the boy Drake is now being under investigation, possibly, let me say that, or allegedly under investigation for having that kid Extinction killed. The dude X, they saying back in the days he was supposed to have something to do with it, put some money in the bag, or whatever the case may be, and they got with Shorty. I ain't saying it's true, but what I am saying is this. Boy in the courts fucking around with shit, homie, because allegedly, one of the shooters that got convicted for the killing has, said something to his lawyer, which made his lawyer petition the court. The lawyer petitioned the court saying that, in light of all this stuff that's going on right now with these rappers having something to do with people getting killed, a la Yella Beezy and all them type of dudes, you know what I'm talking about? He is saying this dude got convicted, the shooter, like I said, they turned stool pigeon, y'all. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with this shit today. Any your way, boy is now telling his lawyer, yo, Drake gave me the money to go do it. Huh? After all this time, right? Timing is everything. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this. Whether it's true or not, I'm thinking because Drake is standing, on the sideline throwing pebbles at the motherfucking court building, you see him saying with this bullshit that he doing with Kendrick Lamar, it now, has the court looking at him now like, yo, what the fuck is you up to? You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta know when and how to leave well enough alone. Let me say that again. Sometimes we must learn how to leave well enough alone. That shit Drake doing right now, suing the record label for allowing Kendrick Lamar to take a shot at him or whatever the case may be. So what? Nigga, this is hip hop. This is the culture. This is the current. This is the flow. If you can't get with it, get off. You see what I'm saying? But trying to sue people behind that shit is bad. You see what I'm saying? And because he was throwing rocks at the jailhouse, that's how the saying go. Throwing rocks at the jailhouse, they done turned around and seen him. You see what I'm saying? God forbid, because I don't wish prison on nobody, not my worst enemy. I know y'all probably have heard that before. And the meaning to that is this. I would rather see a motherfucker get clipped than to have to sit in the penitentiary, because if y'all don't know about the penitentiary, you can't speak to it or about it. Let's be clear. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't know anything about the penitentiary, you can't speak about it. You can't speak to it. I can, because I know about it. I've been there for 26 years. And that shit is like suffering in silence, man. Nobody hears you. And you gotta watch, man, and mute while all type of shit goes on to you in your life and in the life of those who you love. People in prison, man, they're not just, prisoners. You know what I mean? They made some fucked up choices in their life. You know what I mean? But one choice, one bad choice in a person's life cannot and should not be the sum total of the entire person in its actuality, because a person is more than just a bad decision. That's just like you taking a bad turn somewhere and end up in West Bubblefuck. Is you an idiot because you did that? No. You could be a fucking scientist. You see what I'm saying? But one wrong turn took you down the course where you was like, what the fuck? You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times people in the penitentiary are like that. We as human beings aren't inherently evil. You see what I'm saying? The culture that we are raised up in gives influence to our behaviors and our decisions, actions, and choices. Let's be clear. You understand what I'm saying? Nevertheless, I don't wish that on the boy Drake. But what I will say is this. He himself was the one throwing pebbles and stones at the jailhouse. And so now, the trajectory has shifted. Now they got the limelight on him. You understand what I'm saying? So we gonna see how this play out. Again, I don't wish nothing on the boy. You understand what I'm saying? I did 26 years in the penitentiary and I don't ever want to go back. You know what I mean? Save for me having to defend myself physically and my family, I'm not looking for no smoke or no action. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't in the streets. We ain't doing that type of shit no more. Niggas got their own little personalities. That's a person proclivity. You understand what I'm saying? As long as there ain't no child porn and no shit like that, we ain't into that. You understand? Rape, bestiality, I ain't into all that. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't dictate to a person how he or she is supposed to be. Be who you are. But know that breaking the law and doing stupid shit will get your ass directly right in the can. Boy, I don't care how tough you are, how smart you may think you are. These people are tough and they're smart as well. We don't give them the credit that they deserve. And I find that rather ironic because they always the one with the key and we the one in the cage. How the fuck the one in the cage calling the one with the key the dummy? You understand, shit? We gotta wake up, man, smarten up, man. You know, it's fucked up what happened with the boy Drake, but it is what it is. Anyway, let me go into this segue. Yo, what's up with y'all and my niece, Lil Mama? Like, what she ever did to y'all? All right, she jumped up on the stage and she showed Jay-Z some Brooklyn love because that's what she did. She got caught in the moment. If you guys was watching the awards, I was just watching on YouTube. B was even trying to grab her lovingly and jokingly, like, Mama, chill. But she got caught in the moment. You understand what I'm saying? And that was out of admiration to this cat. I don't know Jay-Z. He wasn't in the street when I was in the street, although he talked about a time when he was. I don't remember that. I remember Ty Nolan, Blessed to Death, my boy Shu, Lotto. I can give you a who's listen, Marcy. Marcy and Fort Greene only a few blocks away from each other. So I don't remember boy like that, but this ain't the castigator because Mama moved on. You understand what I'm saying? He moved on, so we say. So my thing is now get out of her way so she can shine, my friend. You understand what I'm saying? Because my niece got super duper talent still. In her 30s, can dance, can sing. She can do all of that. Save for this joking shit that happened with her and the boy Ho. That shit like put an impediment in what she was able and endeavoring toward. We ain't never been missing no meals over here. I put that on my motherfucking page. You understand? We ain't never been missing no meals. Mama still been making music. Mama still been doing movies. Mama been managing people. You understand? Saying we've been putting people to work out here inside the community, so we ain't fucked up. And I say we because she's my niece, and we move in a family momentum. That's how we believe over here. Ever since the day she came out, she always been talking about family, and it's on her that we know where we stand. You understand what I'm saying? Because she got us, homie, the foundation. You understand? So, of course, I'm going to push and speak for mine. I wasn't here when they had the wave. I used to get pictures and hear telephone conversation, and I didn't even know about the thing with her and Jay-Z until when I got home. Because when I was in prison, like, you know, we can't just go and get the replay unless you watching BET all day, and I don't fuck with BET. I ain't never fuck with that. That Bob Johnson dude, Joker, that's a whole nother conversation, but I ain't fuck with BET. Anyway, I saw it when I came home, so I was watching it this morning. When I'm watching it this morning, it gave me the impetus. Let that be the word. Impetus. It gave me the impetus to want to sit here and just do a little collage about what I seen and what was my take on it. Again, my take was Mama being caught in the moment because I know it personally. This is how she gave it to me. This is how it was. That's her. She got caught in the moment. You understand saying? But we ain't gonna keep on apologizing and all of those sucker shit like that because you can never negotiate on your knees. I personally believe that. I know she still got the talent to come out here today and make motherfuckers get up and dance. Because if it ain't about getting up and dancing, then what we doing? I thought we was partying. And Mama definitely gave y'all that when she came out here. She had y'all up, dancing, doing little moves, all that shit Chris Brown was doing. That was their wave. Their way. Breezy will tell you it itself. I don't know the boy she doing. That's people whatever the case may be. My thing is that Jay-Z, man, in this ilk, and Jay-Z and his, you know, die-hard client and crew need to step back, man. You know what I mean? If y'all jacking what Beans is talking about out here about how Jay was, you know, always getting in his way when he was trying to put on, and Jay was always hovering above him, not really trying to let him, you know, break the glass ceiling and become the superstar in rock. If y'all really believe that what Beans is saying and y'all feeling Beans' pain, then y'all gotta jack Beans. Checking that nigga, what's his name? Charlamagne the God. I'm gonna post it later. I ain't know. He said that nigga on the run. But he stayed popping, man. Shit, anyway, Beans checked him on some straight gangster shit. You made a little girl cry because at that time, Mama was still a kid. You understand saying? He said, yo, straight up and down, nigga, you's a bitch. And if y'all jacking, I'm saying, what Beans is now saying about Hov, man, y'all got to be jacking how we checked that boy. Because the dude was out of line. Again, Mama was caught up in the moment, awestruck. Yeah, she's a star herself, but Jay's a superstar. You understand saying? He fuck with people in the hood that we come from, that we know we fuck with. So we already know the momentum. You understand what I'm saying? So she get caught in the moment, nothing disrespectful. She walking around doing what she doing, Jay Breeze, and they go, come on, mama, pass, you know, but she caught up. So when they pose, she posed. Like, she ain't take her pants down, she ain't grab her crotch, she ain't say nothing disrespectful, she ain't grip the mic a la Kanye West, she ain't do none of that. You understand saying the only thing she did was stood next to the boy and said, yeah, it's the big homie from Brooklyn. And he shunned her for that. He frowned on her for that. And y'all stood around and allowed it? The fuck type of shit we on? I thought this New York City, home of the Apollo. Nigga get up there with some bullshit, we booing them. Not to be disrespecting them, but that don't fly over here. So y'all gonna tell me Jay didn't do overkill? Because it ain't fucking sales up and nothing. Shit, as far as how I seen on the joint just now, they saying that wouldn't even been a memorable performance enough for people to remember had it not been for Little Mama doing that. I ain't saying that the performance was cool, but we gonna always know that the asterisk is gonna always be there. And Little Mama jumped up on the stage. At least she had the courage to do some shit like that. A lot of y'all that's judging ain't gonna do nothing but do that shit but standing on. You know that shit people used to do with Michael Jackson's show, pass out. Mama got caught in the moment. She ain't passed the fuck out because she's stronger than that. What she did is she went and stood next to who she perceived to be a giant, and he shunned her for that. And y'all stood around and allowed them. How dare you? Now y'all seeing all this little sucker shit he was doing, probably fucked Rihanna, all kind of shit. I ain't gonna go so far and say that the nigga fucked the 13-year-old because I don't believe the boy get down like that. He don't need to. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't gonna snatch what ain't supposed to be taken from a dude. We don't do that over here. We keep it solid and real. You understand saying at the same time, man, he got the least, you know what I mean, let up off the gas pedal. And from what I seen, he has. You know, so what is his, you know, hardcore, you know, fans and people doing? Here it is, your master. Let me say that, your master has already relented. Fuck y'all holding on to. You understand saying? Give mom her flowers, man, and let her come out here and put on, man. We tired of listening to all that slut music, man. You understand? Let her come out here, man, and talk, you know what I mean, and talk her shit. Let her cook. In the word, what's that, Glorilla, who they always compare? Let her cook. You understand? And I'm going to leave that right there. Because as you can see, I'm getting excited. I came to share my spill. I gave y'all the outro, the issue, the solution, and now I got the gut. You know, yeah, I've been watching my YouTube studio lessons because I'm trying to make this into something. And if y'all subscribe to me and follow me, we gonna get this shit here up and jumping. Ain't nobody being spared over here because a biased tongue is a lying one.